Welcome, Taurus, to 2023, December, the last month of the year. And it's going to be an incredible month for your relationship stuff, as well as money you share with other people, including your significant other, and maybe even some money coming to you in lucky and unexpected chunks. We're going to get into that, but also know that this is a much easier month than November and a much easier month in October. We're coming off of a very challenging couple of months, and now we're moving into some smoother sailing. So we're going to talk about this in terms of the signs that the planets are moving through, as well as the actual chronology of the events of the month of December. So stay tuned for that. And by the way, I have a small promotion this month, and I'm just simply saying join my Patreon community for $5 a month, early access, ad free. I'm giving away 2 pre-recorded courses I've taught: Chiron, the Key to Purpose, and the Synastry, Are You My Person class, as well as you can attend for free in the month of December my Chiron timing class, so you can use Chiron for timing your life. So if you want to come into that class live with me for free, I'm giving it to you just for trying out my Patreon community. And by the way, if you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Lori Lothian. I'm a Western tropical zodiac astrologer. I use whole sign houses. I suggest you try it out. I'm also totally into the minor asteroids. And if you follow my channel, you get a lot of minor asteroid content as it applies to events during the whole of the month. Every month I put out 25 to 30 videos. So you might want to give me a shot and subscribe as well. So to join my Patreon community, get the free gifts and quit if you like. I don't care. Just to see if you like what I do behind the scenes with my 240 Patreon members as a nice, small, and very fun community. So let's talk about this month in terms of some basics, okay? It was a gnarly end to the month of October and November. We had eclipses in October, especially the eclipse at the end of the month. We ended up having, and that was an important eclipse for you because you are a Taurus rising, and the eclipse was at 5 degrees of Taurus, and it's the last eclipse in the Taurus eclipse cycle that began in November of 21. And so you're still riding up the wave of that eclipse. It's still going to unfold in your life, changing some deeply changing some aspect of who you are in the world through to April, and affecting your primary relationship axis of self and other, including marriage partners, business partners, and clients, audience members. So that's true. That's still playing out. But now we kind of wave into, after an intense Mars Cazimi in Scorpio, that you might want to check out is happening in the house of your significant other, partner, and marriages and stuff like that. That's going to influence that relationships or those relationships over the next 2 years. And I have a Mars Cazimi video for all signs. Check the description box below. Now, Venus is the Lord of your sky. She's your number one dog. She's the girl who's got your back. She is your guiding planet. And this girl is moving into Scorpio this month, which is the number one thing you need to pay attention to. Scorpio is the sign of her detriment. She's not always at her best there, because basically she's mostly liking Libra, and Taurus to be diplomatic, harmonious, creative, and kind and good. These are her signs. But here she is in a sign that belongs to Mars. And that kind of means that maybe your business or love partner is going through a very difficult time, or that relationship is struggling. And you may have struggles with audience members, clients, etc., especially females, but not always. Just the idea of love on the rocks, or relationships on the rock, can happen. But she also, in Scorpio, wants things to go deeper and below the surface and to investigate what could be wrong with it. So don't look at this as a negative transit, but it is playing out from December 4th to the 29th. So that's a very important story for you. And as she moves through Scorpio, she does 2 things this month that you must be mindful of, that can be very intensely disruptive or building up better content in that business, love, 7th house, significant other part of your sky. So let's talk about the first one. She will come into an opposition to retrograde Jupiter in the house of you. Jupiter is making you Taurians wiser, smarter, bigger, more bold, more magnanimous, more hopeful and optimistic, but he is retrograde until the end of this year. And as he's retrograding, going back over old ground, and you're getting your inner guru all up and running, find your inner wisdom, she will come into an opposition to Jupiter, and that tension between the two of them is December 9th and 10th, give or take a couple of days. Now, this opposition, which is happening around, 6 degrees of Taurus, 6 degrees of Scorpio, may make you feel like you have a opportunity to do some kind of repair or growth or expansion with a significant person, a business partner, a client, an audience member, or your significant other. But this opportunity involves tension as well. And it may be like the opportunity that you feel is a good idea, and you may generously, magnanimously consider it positive, but there is still an oppositional energy. And it's almost like your partner in business or love has one agenda and you have another, and there may be a clash. Now, Jupiter is in Venus's house, and he's trying to please her. So you may be trying to please your partner or your business partner at this time. It may feel like a good thing at first. It may feel like a golden glow to please your audience, client, business partner, or your significant other. And you may feel good about it in the short term. At the long term, you may be doubtful. It's also legal contracts, signing documents, and legal contracts can happen for you of some kind. Legal agreements may be happening December 9th, 10th, give or a few days on either side, give or take a few days on either side. And yet you may find this doubtful that the legalese is going to stand up. There may be sneaky subclauses and fine print. Please have it checked, because there's sneaky, stealthy things that Venus and Scorpio is capable of. So if your business or love partner says, hey, sign this document, don't worry about it, and you look at it as a prenup and you don't have a lawyer to read the fine print or something like that, please have it checked out. Later on, she'll come into an opposition to Uranus, also in the house of you, inciting freedom and rebellion and individuality, iconoclasm, and a sense of wanting to bust the shackles of any container of what your identity should look like. This has been a long transit since 2018 and will continue for a few more years. Well, this Uranus is you being the rebel, and Venus is somebody else in your life in that seventh house, and they're opposing your rebel, freedom-loving streak. And it can lead to a very electric tower moment in a significant relationship, like a shock, like the Tower card in the Tarot. You're initiating the shock, though. You're in charge of this one. You may be saying to your partner, enough, I'm done, or screw that, I'm out of here, or to your business partner, this isn't working, or to your client, I don't want you anymore in my client life. And that's December 20th, 21st, just around Christmas, give or take a few days on either side. So get ready for that. Don't get worried about it. Just know that it's happening, and reminding you that as a Taurus, as a Libra rising as well would be true, you have power with Venus. She is the Lord of your sign. Even in detriment, she's trying to do something good for you. Okay. Now let's get going with the money story that I introduced earlier. I was talking about money because Mars is moving through your 8th house of chunky money. And this is money you share with that significant business love partner, or legal agreements and contracts that involve finances, or mortgages, or credit cards, and tax debts, and inheritance monies, and more. And Mars is moving through that Sagittarius 8th house part of your sky. And he's going to be doing that with vim, vigor, and gusto between, the whole month. He started there in November 24th, and he doesn't leave until January 4th. So December is Mars and fiery 8th house matters, firing up your passion for chunky money, investments, maybe helping you eliminate waste and wastage in your longer treasure chest, maybe refinancing a mortgage, maybe changing the terms of a loan, maybe paying off a debt. I mean, he's pretty powerful in Sagittarius. He has a natural affinity for being in fire, and he's traveling with the sun, which fortifies that strength as well. He is invisible, and there may be invisible dealings and money matters for you that are out of your sight. Other people are negotiating financially for you. You're not necessarily aware what's going on, especially since Mars rules your 12th house and exalts your 9th. And so legal negotiations about money behind your back, maybe to do with inheritances, for example, could be ongoing, but you are going to benefit from this Mars transit more or less. Okay. Sometimes when Mars is in a fire sign in the 8th house, he may heat up some inflammation that could hit you a little bit in the house of sickness in the 6th house. But if you get some kind of rash or some kind of heat in your body, just do the good thing. Go to your acupuncturist or go to your, natural healer and get some short-term relief. This too shall pass. Now, sometimes secrets get spilled when Mars is in the 8th house. He likes to cause havoc. And so if there's any family secrets or any relationship secrets that haven't been spoken of, some of this can be coming to light and to your benefit. So you can cut away all that is bullshit and see what's true about the shared money and family secrets, or just family secrets in general. Now, what else can I say? Especially since the sun traveling with him rules your house of your family of origin, ancestors, and childhood growing up. So I do see, though, you may have some battles, disagreements, or conflicts around money with someone significant in your life, likely your significant other, marriage type partner, or business partner. Because why? Because Venus is in Mars's sign, in the house of those significant relationships, and he's doing sword fighting in the chunky money shared resources house. So watch for conflict over spending or how you guys manage your joint resources during the month of December. Mercury, he's the guy who's doing a little weird dance this month. He's in the sign of Sagittarius, the sign of Capricorn, December 1st through to the 22nd, but then he will retrograde as well. And so that's a very complicated story. I'll be doing a whole video on it, but just know he is in the sign of Capricorn. And then on December 21st, he's sliding backwards into Sagittarius, your money house. Now, just because I'm on a theme about that money, let's go straight to that future event. December 22nd to the end of the year, with Mercury, who stations to turn around at 22 degrees, by the way, of Sagittarius on January 1st. Mercury is actually maybe going to help you do a deal, a paperwork, sign a document, negotiations and contracts to do with money situations. Again, it can be anything from taxes to inheritances to shared money, alimony, spousal support, palimony, whatever. Those monies have contractual energy happening with fiery, dominant Mars with a sword happening. Okay. And because Mercury's coming out of the house of courts, the ninth house, for some of you, this won't be a surprise. You've gone to some legal matter for a resolution, and now you're going to finalize documentation and signings. So that could be a story all through December, period. But the actual finalizing of deals is December 21st to the end of the month. Mercury for the rest of the month, the first 22 days in Capricorn in your ninth house, he's direct until the 12th, 13th, depending on where you live. And that means he's flowing to you. He's offering earth trine support. You're having great communications, great studies in university, great grades, great content around book publishing, getting an offer, getting a deal, great flow from judges and legal matters coming at you, coming toward you until the 12th, 13th. Then he retrogrades. Now you're thinking, now we have to go back and solidify some of this goodness and really make sure that that visa, that travel plan, that academic thing, that scholarship, because he goes back to the eighth house, it could be scholarship money coming at you, that inheritance from a father figure being finalized, whatever it is going to be going backwards, the 12th, 13th. And there's really until January 1st, some going back over old ground around legal matters and finances for a lot of Taurians during this time. And it doesn't always have to be bad, right? Just going back over old ground. We're going to now talk about the chronology of the month. I cannot believe I'm recording for my Patreon on November 18th, and you guys get this probably almost a week later, and I'm losing the light. I cannot believe what happened to my light. Shoot. Okay. I'm hitting the sun in the end of the day here. I'm going to try to do 12 videos today in one long shoot. Okay. We're just going to live with this. Could I change the light this way now? We'll just live with it for now. The light will continue to take over. We're going to go through the chronology of the month. Let's do that right now. I'm just looking up at my notes, and let's take a breather and let's chronologize the month. I may be changing the room soon because this is going to blind me. Let's go. Number 1. In the beginning of the month, Mercury will sextile Saturn, December 1st to the 3rd. Mercury is in the house of that court and legal matters. Saturn is in the house of your friends and allies and benefactors, elder siblings, and pennies from heaven. Could be some good financial news around legal matters, around academic settings, or from father figures. It could also be some positive developments with a friendship that all allows for a journey, a trip, or a destination, a travel opportunity to go somewhere or plan that trip with a friend, December 1st to 3rd. On December 5th to the 6th, Venus will trine Saturn. Venus is in your 7th house of your significant others and legal contracts, trining Saturn in your 11th house. Now, the 11th house is a good spirit house. Saturn is direct. There's some possibility here that you may find yourself in a position around December 5th and 6th where you're going to get some kind of support from a sibling, elder sibling, a friend who wants to be an ally or benefit you in some way. And this could be legal contracts and agreements around that, especially ones that up-level your career and your job and your money situation. At the same time, though, Saturn can be an elder person, a wise person that you seek for counsel regarding a relationship problem in business or love, and you'll get some great results December 5th and 6th. As we move on to December 7th and 9th, Mercury, still in Capricorn, in your 9th house of God, will trine Jupiter in your 1st house retrograde. This is, again, a very positive moment where you could find some super juicy, happy, optimistic, hopeful, expansive developments around your education, regarding travel and trip opportunities, tickets on the go, things are working out, or some positive news around book publishing, or even just a sense of feeling really vitalized and optimistic about life being good and the universe has your back. It's a feel-good transit for the most part. And if a court is trying to weigh in your behalf, you're going to get some good legal news as well, possibly on the 7th to the 9th of the month, give or take a few days. On December the 11th to the 12th, Mercury in Capricorn now loves up Venus in a sextile. She's with that significant other, business partnership, and legal contracts. And again, he's coming from the court development part of the sky with Mars in the house of mortgages. Again, legal contracts and agreements are finalized, titles, deeds, mortgage refinances, money shared with your spouse, and legal agreements about how to parse that money. This is really good if you're in the middle of separating assets in a relationship. It can really work out. But also if you're in the middle trying to figure out how to share those assets, like let's buy a house together, let's put each other in our wills. So this feels like a super glow up for those kinds of conversations coming through the sky, December 11th through the 12th. On December 16th and 17th, the sun will square Neptune. Watch out here. It's a little bit of a time where you may be confused about those mortgages, agreements, chunky money stories, and you think you know what you need to know about the inner workings of those finances, but you have some confusion. And some of the confusion can be exacerbated by friends who may not have the right information for you, Neptune in your 11th house, or you might be really confused as well by situations with friends to do with hidden secrets and revelations thereof. And you might be a little surprised or shocked by what your friend or friendship groups tell you, and you have a little bit of disillusionment or contracted energy about what is known and true and revealed December the 16th to the 17th. And then moving forward, December 17th to the 19th, we have a Mercury trine Jupiter. Mercury is in Capricorn, flowing to Jupiter in the house of you. Really positive, good luck and news. Oh, did I do that one? Did I do that one? Yeah, I always forget to mention he's retrograde now. So we get 2 Mercury trine Jupiter love ups, right? December 7th to the 9th, and we're returning again 17th and 19th because now he's in retrogradation. So the energy of that is like more goodness, more support, but this is deepening the support, deepening the energy of whatever the feel good energy is December 7th to 9th. Again, it can look like great grades at school, great legal contracts, judges in your favor, great travel plans cementing themselves. Certainly all of those are possible. And December 17th to the 19th can be actually traveling to a place you've been before and feeling hopeful and bounteous because of that journey. And then on December 20 to 21, I talked about the Venus opposition to Uranus, so I won't recover that, but a little shock and awe and rebellion and freedom, desiring to break out of a rut in a relationship with business or love. So to end up with this story, watch for that turbulence in your relationship. Something good is always trying to happen. Super favors from the divine to do with legal matters, travel, and academics, as well as book publishing. That is a high spot for you this month. Thanks for listening, Taurus. Don't forget, like, subscribe. If you're new to my channel, give me a try and check out that Patreon community. I think you might enjoy it. You get all those freebies for trying me out. And if you don't like it, you can leave. A lot of people do grab the goodies and leave. That's fine. But if you want to stick around for $5 a month, I'd love to have you. Check the description box under the More button for all those information details. Thank you so much.